Very good morning, dear aspirants. Welcome to Learning Radius. Welcome to Learning Radius Edge 2021 session. I invite all of you for this exclusive analysis of UPSC 2020 question paper. In this Edge 2021 session, I would like to have an analysis on UPSC 2020 question paper, UPSC 2020 preliminary question paper. At the same time, I wish to relate 2017, 18, 19, 20 question papers too. We'll start from international, then we'll go to national, then we'll have a discussion on economic and social development, then we'll have a discussion on science and technology, then we'll have a discussion on environment. The present trend, especially 2020 October exam, if you look into the nature and character of the questions, you should have a complete understanding. I always tell, survey and analyze the nature and character of the questions, then study and revise. This is very important as far as 2020 question paper is concerned. So what is Learning Radius is going to do? What is Learning Radius Edge 2021 analysis session is going to do? We are going to have a complete analysis of UPSC 2020 preliminary question paper, the nature, the trend, the new ways of asking questions. We'll have a thorough look. At the same time, we'll take segment by segment. As like I mentioned before, we'll take international, national, economic and social development, environment ecology, science and technology, at the same time geography too. We'll be checking what's the character of these questions. Every aspirant should have this understanding before they go for UPSC preparation. My dear aspirants, knowing others is intelligence, but exploring yourself is true wisdom. You should have the capacity to explore yourself. Knowing others gives confidence to compete, but exploring yourself is true wisdom, because then only you will understand what is your lacunas and all. So in this Edge 2021 session, we will have a thorough look over the different aspects of current affairs too. I always mention one thing: to be a champion, compete with the best. But to be the greatest champion, compete with yourself. So here, I am teaching you to compete with yourself, and we are looking into international 2020.
Now, international issues. When it comes to international issues, in 2017, there is 7 topics. And why I'm telling this particular topics in advance means, in UPSC, survey, analyze, study and revise. In UPSC preparation, the most important strategy required is survey, analyze, study and revise. Survey and analyze the previous questions, nature and character, then study and revise the current affairs with that understanding. So that is the most important thing. In UPSC examination, in UPSC preparation, survey and analyzing the previous questions, nature and character, then studying and revising the current affairs with that understanding is the most important thing. And 2017, there were 7 topics. From 7 topics, UPSC asked current affairs, international question, or you can tell UPSC asked 7 questions in international. Right from international perspective, they asked 7 questions. Some questions will overlap. You can tell it is not international, it is economic and social development. It is not international, it is science and technology. So I'm not into that discussion. So 2017, around 7 questions UPSC asked. And the topics were, one was Global Gender Gap Index. Second one was Nuclear Security Summits. Third one was Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference on Housing and Urban Development. Fourth one was Global Climate Change Alliance. Fifth one was UN Habitat. Because of the time constraint, you listen, incorporate and internalize it. The Learning Radius team will be providing the slides to you. Don't worry about that. So Then Broad-Based Trade and Investment Agreement, BTIA, Chabahar Port. When it comes to 2018, right from 12 topics, they asked the question. It was Nuclear Suppliers Group, Rule of Law Index, countries with war or ethnic conflict, two-state solution, the Geographical Indication of Goods Registration and Protection Act, International Labour Organization Convention 138 and 182, additional protocol with the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, Free Trade Partners of ASEAN, Global Alliance for Climate Smart Agriculture, GACSA, International Towns in News, Common for Change, Climate Neutral Now, and countries mentioned in news. So these were the 12 topics from which UPSC asked question in 2018. And 2019, UPSC asked from General Data Protection Regulation, Action Plan for Prioritization and Implementation of Cooperation Areas in the Nuclear Field, United Nations Convention Against Corruption, United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Subindex of the World Bank Ease of Doing Business Index, the Global Competitiveness Report, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Now we'll come to 2020. So one word regarding 2017, 2018, 2019, most of the questions was related to that current affair. Now when it comes to 2020, international agreement set up and related subject, Indo-Sri Lanka trade, India and Bangladesh, India and Nepal, 4 countries members of G20, West Texas Intermediate, why are some nuclear reactors kept under IAEA safeguard? Understanding these 5 topics itself was important to have a complete idea about international. What I'm trying to do, I'll read the question for you, I'll tell the answer for you, I'll give the explanation of that question, but in a very fast manner. Any trouble? Okay, I'll be reading the question for you. I'll be reading the question for you. I'll be giving the options with the help of the slide. I'll be reading the options. I'll give the answer also with the explanation, but that I'll do in a very fast manner. Our work is analysis. Our work is checking from where this question came, why this question came, what was the discussion of that particular time. I will show you the discussions of Hindu newspaper. I will show the discussions of Down to Earth. At the same time, the other newspapers too, like Indian Express. So let's come to the discussions and keep the term. They asked a question from international agreement. They asked a question related to Indo-Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, and India, Nepal. And they asked a question from G20. They asked a question from West Texas Intermediate. They asked a question from IAEA. Out of these 5 questions, 2 questions were direct and 3 questions was absolutely indirect. The question number 3, 4 countries members of G20 is the easiest question in that. And West Texas Intermediate, it was a direct question, but it's not an easy question. Rest 3 are absolutely indirect, and you have to mind and read and understand. In UPSC examination, when questions comes in this manner, finding the right answer with intelligent guessing or with intelligent appropriation, that techniques in detail, obviously in my class, I'll be teaching you one by one how to cut the options and get to the answer. So that is a new trend throughout India, especially in Delhi, Hyderabad. We teach that one in detail, how to get to the answer by knowing the wide area and wide scenario. Now let's come to 2020 directly. Now 2020, this was the question. International agreement and setup subject. Alma-Ata Declaration, Healthcare of the People, Hague Convention, Biological and Chemical Weapons, Talana Dialogue, global climate change, under two coalition, child rights. When you look into this particular discussion, which of the pairs above is the correct? 1 and 2, 4 only, 1 and 3 only, 2, 3 and 4. Now we know when it 1 and 2, 4 only, 1 and 3, 2, 3 and 4, the answer is 1 and 3. That is Alma-Ata Declaration and Talana Dialogue is right. Hague Convention is not related to biological weapon. Under two coalition is not related to child right. That is our known idea. Now let's come to the discussion. There was an article on Hindu on January 2019, Lessons from Kerala. Its experience could help achieve the objective of Astana Declaration on Primary Care. This was the article. And in that, there were detailed discussion regarding to Astana, Kazakhstan, at the same time, Alma-Ata in 1978. This is the thing which I told. It is not absolute current affair. This Alma-Ata Declaration is not a 2019 or 2020 current affair. It happened much before, but in the newspaper it came with this figure. I am showing that newspaper cutting itself. On Hindu, January 2019, the discussion started. Its experience could help achieve the objective of Astana Declaration on primary care. Right related to Astana Declaration, we can read Alma-Ata Declaration. So Astana Declaration and Alma-Ata Declaration, as it is well connected, you know, and the detail, you can see the slide of that particular news. In bridging health inequities need attention. In October 2010, that is 10 years back, there was discussions regarding the inequalities in health, and Alma-Ata Declaration, understand it is not a new one. Alma-Ata Declaration, the discussion was started in 1970s, and it was there in 2010, it was there in 2020 also, and it was not related to Alma-Ata Declaration, it was basically on the Astana Declaration. And right from Astana Declaration, UPSC framed that question. And Hague Convention, how Hague Convention came, Hague Convention was there in the discussion as a current affair. Because cultural size won't be hit, says Pentagon. Defense Secretary Mark Esper said the US will follow the laws of armed conflict. On Hindu 7 January 2020, there was a discussion related to the issue of Iran and USA. In the issue of Iran and USA, in that discussion, 1954 Hague Convention was there in discussion. So look the beauty. Now, Hague Convention was there in the discussion in 2020. Astana Declaration was there in discussion in 2020. Alma-Ata Declaration was there in discussion in 2020, but none of these were a current affair of 2020. All happened years back. Some as it happened 30, 40 years back. Some happened 60 years back, but were there in discussion. And there was a discussion of a beautiful article on 7 January by Aparna Roy. You may be knowing a sum of contributions by Aparna Roy. In that particular discussion, in that beautiful article, both the Talana Dialogue and Under Two Coalition were there in discussion. So in 7 January article regarding the emission gap report and all, the Talana Dialogue and Under Two Coalition were there in discussion. So if you look back to 2020, you can see all the four. You can see all the four means you can see Alma-Ata, Hague Convention, Talana Dialogue and Under Two Coalition. But you can see one more thing, Alma-Ata Declaration and Hague Convention is nothing to do with 2019 or 2020. Discussion was there, but happened years back. Talana Dialogue and Under Two Coalition came in a very significant article, in a single article that two discussion were there. And UPSC frame a beautiful discussion, Alma-Ata Declaration, Hague Convention, Talana Dialogue, Under Two Coalition. In that, as like I mentioned, 1 and 3 is right. Now let us come to the next question. It's a very interesting question. Consider the following statement. The value of Indo-Sri Lanka trade has consistently increased in the last decade. Textile and textile articles constitute an important item of trade between India and Bangladesh. In the last 5 years, Nepal has been the largest trading partner of India in South Asia. So here there is 3 statements, and UPSC is telling 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 3 only, and 1 and 3 only. And from the statement is very clear that the value of Indo-Sri Lanka trade has consistently increased in the last decade. Textile and textile articles constitute an important item of trade between India and Bangladesh. In the last 5 years, Nepal has been the largest trading partner of India in South Asia. Here in this discussion, the second statement is only right. The rest statements are not right. Now let us check from what perspective these questions come. Now in 2019 and 2020, there were a lot of articles. Even now, articles are coming one after other between India, Nepal, India, Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh. And let us look back to that discussion. This was 2020. You can see India, Sri Lanka seek to reset ties in the time of polls and pandemic. In 24th July 2020, in Hindu newspaper, it was a file photo with Gotabaya Rajapakse, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, is shaking hands. And in that, it is clearly conveying that India and Sri Lanka has to come up. And a discussion in connection with that in the COVID-19 scenario, India and Sri Lanka has to come up. Another discussion on August 2018 onwards, India-Bangladesh trade to scale new high. So that means in the three statements, two statements are related to 2019-20 and one statement is not related with current affair. It is a clear fact. India and Bangladesh is having very good relation with textile. Now this is right from 2018 onwards in the business line. You can see good number of articles related to India and Bangladesh. That is the Bangladesh relationship is picking up related to garments. You can see the slide. I'm just rushing through the slides. I'm not reading the slide because I'll be providing that to you. Now, time for India and Nepal to make up. There is a discussion by famous Mani Dixit in Hindu newspaper on 19th August 2020. In that also, they are telling India and Nepal has to come up. So a person who is having the basic understanding, India and Sri Lanka has to come up, India and Nepal has to come up, and India, Bangladesh, as it is having a good relationship, right, by reading newspapers, then he can tell first statement is wrong, second statement is right, and third statement is wrong. That understanding of that particular articles. So that is the thing. From the article after reading, you are getting, okay, India, Sri Lanka is doing a good job, but they have to improve. Things are not rolling in a very positive manner. India and Bangladesh is okay. That is your article understanding. India and Nepal has to come up. India and Nepal, there's a lot of opportunities. If that is your understanding, you can come to that answer, okay, 1 is wrong and 3 is wrong, 2 is right. And even now, India-Nepal relationship, that means after the exam, if you look by Adul K. Thakur's article, India-Nepal relationship in a new transition, that is recently, very recent, just 3 months back, there was one article related to India-Nepal relationship. Now, I hope you all are into UPSC civil service preparation, you are serious about this. This is a trend, you are supposed to read and understand the newspaper. And next is one of the easiest question, in which one of the following group are all the 4 country member of G20. And G20 summit was there in the discussion because that was one of the first online summit happened, international online summit happened in the world. So obviously it is the duty of an aspirant, of a duty of every aspirant to have a complete idea of G20, because this was the figure, Saudi to chair Thursday G20 virtual summit. So it was a discussion for everybody in Hindu to 25th March 2020, the head of Saudi Arabia was there, and Saudi Arabia is going to have the first virtual summit. So that virtual summit was there, but UPSC asked a significant question, in which one of the following group are all the 4 country member of G20? So students get confused. Argentina, Mexico, South Africa, and Turkey are the 4 countries which is there in G20. It requires absolute clarity. In some occasions, students come and ask whether I should study all the G20 questions one by one. I should. No, this is the trend. Until and unless you know Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States, and European Union are there in G20, you can answer this. This question is, the term West Texas Intermediate, sometimes found in news, refers to a grade of, hope you know the answer is crude oil, there was an article on April 2020, why are oil futures in negative terrain? And by Srinivasan, Mr. Raghuveer Srinivasan's article, and this was the figure on that particular 2020. And negative prices mean in that total discussion, you can see the discussions of West Texas Intermediate in that. And the final question, in India, why are some nuclear reactors kept under IAEA safeguard while others are not? There was no direct discussions related to IAEA in that 2019-20, but you can see there was a discussion in business line in 2019 and 2020, new reactors under IAEA norms. So new reactors under IAEA norms based on source of uranium, there was a discussion. So here the fifth question is not from current affairs, it is fundamental related to a current affair or fundamental related to an international organization. But we can't tell IAEA was not there in the discussion, it was there in the discussion in 2019 and 2020, and there was India will decide on the number of new reactors to be placed under IAEA safeguard only after assessing if this will be fueled by uranium. This was a stand by India, and there was an article, a big article on uranium and IAEA. And answer is some use imported uranium and others use domestic supplies. So this is the starting line in connection with international relations. So understand the international relations, and I'm moving to national discussion. Before moving to national discussion, once again, if you look back to the topics, now I hope you can clearly recollect how beautifully they related and how beautifully they phrased, how beautifully they framed the questions related to international agreement, setup and related subjects, Indo-Sri Lanka trade, India and Bangladesh, India and Nepal, 4 countries member of G20, West Texas Intermediate, why are some nuclear reactors kept under IAEA safeguard?
Dear students, in our total discussion, we had an analysis on UPSC 2020 International, how the UPSC asked the question, what's the nature, what's the character of the question. We had a thorough look over 2020 questions. At the same time, we had a look over 2017, 18, and 19. And we now know UPSC asked around 7 questions in 2017. UPSC asked around 12 questions in 2018. UPSC asked around 6 questions in 2019 and around 5 questions in 2020. So international, exclusive international is very significant as far as your total preparation is concerned. Believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. Productivity begins the moment you decide to be yourself with self-discipline and burning desire. Self-discipline and burning desire is the most important thing you should keep with you. At the same time, you should believe in yourself. International issues is a very simple area. If you go through the current affairs with the right mentors at the right time, you will get all the questions of international. At the same time, join for the current affairs session of Learning Radius, which is going to happen on July 12, 2021. So we'll discuss all the new aspects of international, and we'll cover all the aspects of international with detailed discussion in that particular session. In civil service examination, calm version is the most productive version. When it comes to current affairs, calm version is the most productive version that matters a lot. Be calm, be with good mentors who can convey things at the right time, at the right order, and proceed with that particular content. Once again, survey and analyze the earlier questions and study and revise the current affairs. Meet you in the Learning Radius Edge 2021 current affairs session on July 12th. Happy learning, happy reading, have a peaceful and productive learning. Thank you all.